What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. And today we're going to be doing a Chicago Bulls realistic rebuild here in NBA 2K22. Now, first off, before we actually get in this video, I do want to apologize to you guys. I posted my community tab, but I also want to say it in the video. I apologize for my upload schedule being very streaky lately. It has been a hard time with everything I got going on in life, and I'm going to attempt to fix it in October. And I'm gonna, I think, upload the next few days in September, of course, as well. But in October, I really want to fix it, get back to my normal everyday thing, maybe take one day off a week or something like that. But I know I've taken like 2 days off a week, and it doesn't feel that great, to be honest. It's just, I have school, family, and then just full-time job now. It's just a whole thing. So I want to apologize to you guys, but that's enough. You guys don't need to hear from me anymore about that. Let's go ahead, jump into this. Leave a like, subscribe, jump into this. I think it's safe to say a lot of us are excited to look forward to what the Chicago Bulls are going to be doing this season. We all know they went in this offseason and had an incredible aggressive offseason. They got Lonzo Ball, they got DeMar DeRozan, they got Alex Caruso. There was a lot of things we liked about the Chicago Bulls offseason. Of course, they traded for Nikola Vucevic at the trade deadline, where they traded 2 first-round picks. They also traded more picks for DeMar DeRozan. They made a sign and trade for Lonzo Ball. This was a very aggressive approach by Chicago, and I think Chicago fans should be very excited. With that being said, what is the ceiling of this team? Well, it remains to be seen, honestly. I don't know if it's going to be a championship team, but I think it should be at least a playoff team in the East, of course. But it's going to be fun and exciting to watch, if nothing else. If nothing else, to take away from this team, it's going to be fun and exciting to watch Chicago Bulls be good again. So, if we go ahead and take a look at how this rotation looks right now, they want to start Elise Johnson. Of course, that's not what it's going to be. They're going to have DeMar DeRozan and Patrick Williams at the starting forward spot. Whether you have Patrick Williams or DeMar at the power forward, it doesn't really matter to me. Of course, like I said, it is going to be Patrick Williams and DeMar DeRozan as a starting forward. So we're going to have that going for us. So I'll have Derek Jones take that spot. And I do want Patrick Williams to be a big part of the Chicago Bulls roster, of course. So we'll have our starting 5 playing quite a bit of minutes because they're kind of the stars out here. And we also have Kobe White, Alex Caruso, Tony Bradley, Derek Jones Jr. So the bench could improve a little bit behind Alex Caruso. Bradley isn't bad. Derek Jones Jr., of course, they got in a trade when they traded away Lauri Markkanen. That was a whole thing that took forever to finally happen, and it finally did. And I'm excited, like I said, to watch what the Bulls are going to do this season in 2K. What does 2K think about this Bulls roster? Do they like the Chicago Bulls in 2K, or do they hate them? I don't know what to expect. Right now, our power ranking lands at number 16. We're going to go ahead, though, and simply the first season, not going to make any changes the first season. I kind of just want to see what 2K thinks about this roster, and of course, we'll make our changes in the offseason. I don't really know what else I'm going to do, though, because Chicago already had an incredible offseason. So how am I going to follow that up? Well, I guess we'll find out. Media Day was also today, so I was excited to kind of see some of the interviews. I didn't watch everyone's interview, but it was also really fun and exciting, like I said, to see everybody in their new uniforms or whatever. Portland also went 60-22 in the simulation, so that's a W. But regardless, we ended up being the 5th seed in the East, so good season all around. Player stats, 28 points from Zach LaVine, 22 for DeMar DeRozan, 21 from Vucevic, 12 from Kobe White, and 12 from Lonzo Ball. So, of course, we are the 5th seed, but that doesn't really mean anything. But hey, if we got a Miami-Chicago playoff series, Miami, another good team that had a great offseason, that would be fun to watch. So let's go ahead, sit back, simulate current round, and let's see what 2K thinks about this series. And we end up beating them in 5 games. So we got to the second round, beat a very good Miami team, and now we get to play, of course, a championship favorite, or a championship contender, I guess you could say, and the Brooklyn Nets, who have Kevin Durant, Harden, Kyrie. So if we find a way to, upset this team, then I don't know. So when it current round against Brooklyn, we did push them to 6, but at the end of the day, we did get eliminated. No surprise. And then we got the Portland Trailblazers make it to the NBA Finals, and the Philadelphia 76ers win the championship. That's kind of ironic, of course, about, what's been going on with Philadelphia. I'm just ready for Ben Simmons to be traded, man. Just get him out of Philly already. So I'm not too sure what we're going to be doing this offseason with this team. Like I said, I really liked what Chicago did. I guess it's just a matter of increasing the bench a little bit. Maybe we go for something else at the starting spots. I don't know. I like all of our starters. I like DeMar DeRozan, and you just paid the man, so I don't think you're going to be able to get rid of him after 1 season, realistically. So he's going to be here for a while. So we are going to go ahead and sign some coaching staff, though, because that is something that, would be useful for us. We'll go ahead and sign some coaches real quick, and then we're going to be ready for this next off season. So let's go to the draft, and let's see what we're going to do. So at the draft situation, I don't think we should have a pick here. This is the 2022 draft. Actually, we do. I think Orlando owns the 2023 Chicago Bulls pick. If I'm not mistaken, maybe it's 2022. I can't remember. But I know the 20th pick, you know, is right where we're at right now. That's all I know. But as far as trades I want to consider, I don't think there's really anything I really want to do right now. I'm not going to trade Patrick Williams. I think Bulls fans would absolutely roast me in the comments if I did that. So I'm not going to do that. I don't want to trade Lonzo, DeMar, or Vucevic yet. We, of course, are going to have to sign Zach LaVine. So I guess we can just jump in this draft and try to get someone who could come off the bench and be like an immediate help. So we came on that draft with Rocco and Mark Williams, which are two guys that I could use, but honestly, we might end up using them in trades just because we're kind of at the point right now where this is a win now team. We got a very, very good roster. There are some young pieces here, don't get me wrong, but I do more, you know, at the end of the day, want to compete. So Zach LaVine, of course, I think number one priority for Chicago would be to re-sign this man. I don't know what his contract will be. Michael Porter Jr. just got like a freaking bag today, so I don't know if Zach LaVine would get something similar to that maybe, but we're going to go ahead and, of course, re-sign Zach LaVine. That was our number one priority. We got him back in Chicago. That's important. So now that Zach LaVine is locked up, what else do we have? So we definitely have like a mid, no, we don't really. We have like a mid-level, just a small mid-level, not the, you know, I think it's a luxury tax mid-level, I think, or taxpayers mid-level, I think is the exact terminology for that. So I'm not really seeing anything that's going to help us out. Maybe Bledsoe or Whiteside would be cool, but I think our big acquisition is going to have to come via trade. Now, who am I going to trade? I have no idea, but maybe getting a backup front court player could be pretty important here just because I'm not really liking what we got right now. So maybe we find something in the market that gives us a good backup front court player, and that would help out a lot, you know, a lot more than we think it would. So this would just be a simple little trade, but it would get us a 79 overall backup center and Ivica Zubac from the Los Angeles Clippers. We gave them Rocco, who we just drafted, Javante, and Marco. If they accept this, that's a W. So just like that, we had to match the salary, so we get Ivica Zubac. I don't know, the Clippers I guess would do that if they just felt like they weren't going to pay Zubac after this season. He's making $7 million on a one-year deal, so they get rid of him and then of course take advantage of getting a couple young pieces for the future of that team. I don't know what the future of that team looks like, but regardless, they do that. So Lee Johnson, Zubac, that's a good backup front court player to have. We do keep Mark Williams, and then other than that, I mean, I think we really can't do much else. I'm going to go ahead and move either Kobe White or Caruso. Looks like Caruso. Okay, I guess we'll move Kobe White to the backup shooting guard spot. So I have Caruso play the backup point guard, Kobe White at the backup 2. We have DeMar DeRozan and Patrick Williams, of course, but one of them was kind of being the starting power forward. I guess we could have one of them come off the bench and try to get a starting power forward, but I don't think that's possible right now. So one of them is probably going to still have to start. So we should probably just sign like one more forward, and then I think we should be good. So we got Wayne Ellington, we got James Ennis, Tony Snell, there's Bielitsa, Myers Leonard. Okay, nothing crazy on the market right now that I love. So I guess we'll maybe just use it on James Ennis. I don't really see anything else to use it on. So James Ennis, if you want to come here, be a part of Chicago, be my guest, welcome to Chicago. So nothing crazy this offseason. Like I said, this Chicago Bulls team is going to be stuck with what they got. Troy Brown Jr., I kind of forgot about him as well, so he'll be back as well. So that's cool. So James Ennis is just even more depth. But Troy Brown's only a 72 overall, which is unfortunate. Caruso stays up. Lee Johnson stays. Nobody develops. What about Patrick Williams? Where's he at? Is he developing? Yeah, he's up to a 78 overall, so we'll definitely take that. So we're going to continue, like I said, just kind of simulate. We secure Zach LaVine. We got a backup center. I don't know if this is going to make us a championship team, but we should still be a competitive team in the East. In this second season, we ended up finishing up as a second seed in the East, so I'm pretty happy with that. Luka Doncic literally almost averaged 40 points per game, so yeah, I don't know, man. The man just went bananas, I guess. Nick McMillan's your coach of the year. Cody Tully's your executive of the year. And these were the rest of the awards. So we did finish the season going 55-27, right behind the 63-19 Atlanta Hawks. So yeah, I have to feel good about what just transpired for us. So looking at the stats, 27 from LaVine still, 21 for DeMar DeRozan, 20 from Vucevic, 17 from Lonzo, 14 from Kobe White, and 10 for Patrick Williams, who just continues to develop for this team, which is awesome. Of course, we love him as the 3-and-D wing for the future of the Chicago Bulls team. So again, I mean, we're definitely going to try to make this team better if we don't win a championship here, which I imagine we're not going to, but you never know, I guess. So let's go ahead and start to simulate the play-in and see who we're going to play. We get to play the 7-seeded Boston Celtics, which is a team, I'm not going to lie, that could knock us out right now. So let's just go ahead and simulate around against Boston, and we thankfully beat them in 6. But now we get the Brooklyn Nets, who were the 3rd seed, and they just beat us last year, and they kept their continuity with Kyrie, Harden, and Kevin Durant. I guess they don't have Paul Millsap or Aldridge anymore, and the bench is a little bit but I don't know. I mean, it's still Kyrie, Harden, and KD, so still many current round against them. And we were up 3-0, but we lost in 7, so that's just how it goes for us. And then Philadelphia is your 2-time NBA championship. Wow. Joel Embiid Finals MVP again. So is Ben Simmons still there? Because this is like a dream scenario for Philly fans. But of course, Ben Simmons isn't playing in Philadelphia ever again, I don't think. I think he's made that abundantly clear. And it's just a matter of time until this saga finally comes to a freaking end. So 1 game away from the Eastern Conference Finals. Of course, that makes me very optimistic, but I still do want to make this team better. I don't know where that comes from, but again, we will look at it and see what we want to do. So, Trent Peterson's the head coach. I wouldn't mind just grabbing Billy Donovan. I was going to say Billy Nurse for some reason, but that would be combining. Oh, speaking of Nurse, Nick Nurse is out here. I don't know if I'd be able to sign him though. We'll offer him a contract, but I doubt he'll come here. Steven's out here as well. I mean, I guess we can offer him a contract. And then what else we got? Is there anyone else? Let's see. Steven accepts our contract. Sure, why not? Steven Silas. I don't know how you say your names. But yeah, boom. Got Steven here in Chicago. Let's go to the draft now. So on the draft night, this is where I believe the Orlando Magic has our pick. So yeah, they do. Is it finally time to maybe make a big change here? Maybe trade Alex Caruso? I mean, DeMar DeRozan, Zach LaVine, Lonzo Ball, Vucevic have done great things. Is it time to maybe trade Alex Caruso, which I don't really want to do, of course, but we got to try to make this team better somehow. I'm just not really sure how that happens. Well, one thing I know for sure is we don't want to lose Nikola Vucevic, so we are going to go ahead and re-sign the man, of course. So Nikola Vucevic. Now, what I'm thinking is similar to the Lauri Markkanen situation, Kobe White is in an offseason where he could potentially get paid. I'm also going to re-sign Zubac. I think we're not going to trade Alex Caruso, but we'll probably do a sign and trade with Kobe White because his salary at $23 million. If some team wants to give him that, they're more than welcome to. So what we are going to do is going to go ahead and give him his money, and I'm sure there's some team out there that would maybe give him this much, but for me, I don't want to be the team to do that, so I'm going to go ahead and give him his money, but we are going to send him somewhere else. So we're going to pay him 4 years, $19 million, and we're going to sign him, but he's going to go somewhere else. I just don't want to pay for him that much money, and I feel like I could use that money elsewhere. So who is that going to be for? I have no clue, but it's going to be used, ideally to get someone better, I guess I could say. So maybe starting power forward if we don't want to start Patrick Williams, DeMar DeRozan anymore. Although I do like Patrick Williams, don't get me wrong, but maybe we go for a power forward. We'll see. The Knicks just had a really off year. They were the 15th seed in the East, and Julius Randle still has 3 years left in his contract. And of course, we have championship aspirations. So if we got Julius Randle, that would immediately make us very, very interesting. So Kobe White obviously is going to be kind of the foundation of this trade. This would give the Chicago Bulls a point guard, or not the Chicago Bulls, the Knicks, a point guard to be excited about. So if we gave them, obviously we gave them Mark Williams or something like that, and also throw in, I guess it would be James Ennis, and then we'll get even, obviously throw in some more picks. But they may not agree to this. This was just kind of worth a shot. They don't agree, though, as you look at it. So I guess the last thing I'm going to do is throw Alex Caruso in here. And, hey, I guess Alex Caruso gets it done. It sucks to trade Alex Caruso, but we just got ourselves a stud power forward in Julius Randle, who I think could fit very well with this team. We traded our 2 guards, which is definitely unfortunate, but we still have Patrick Williams to be excited about off the bench, and we still have Zubac. So our bench still isn't bad. We just need like one more quality player off the bench, and we'll be ready for this next season. So I do like the aggressiveness of grabbing Julius Randle, so I'm not too upset about it at all. I guess we'll use this on maybe Seth Curry or Terrence Ross. Either one would be actually pretty clutch. Even Will Barton would be cool. So I like any of these guys. So I'm going to go ahead and maybe throw it at Terrence Ross, who's a bucket getter off the bench. We could probably sign actually both, 2 of these guys. So we're going to actually throw Will Barton a contract as well, a guy I do like. So with that being said, then we could also throw James Ennis out there, and maybe we throw in a second, maybe to entice someone out there, and we can get a first. I see Jalen Johnson from Atlanta. That's kind of crazy that Atlanta would give that up, but of course that's not realistic at all. We got Tyrell Terry, Daron Sharp, Najee Marshall, Leandro Bolomaro. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything realistic that I like, so we're not going to worry about it. So I guess this is going to be our team. We got Onzo, Zach LaVine, Terrence Ross, Will Barton, Patrick Williams, DeMar DeRozan, Julius Randle. Vucevic, and Ivica Zubac. So I think we're ready to roll into this season number 3 with this brand new team. We've definitely put together the best team possible, and we also have some guards coming out. Ennis and Terrence Ross, Will Barton, all going down in overall. So not ideal situation, but of course we can definitely use those 3 salaries at the trade deadline to maybe get like a better backup piece. But nonetheless, I am excited to go ahead and roll into season number 3 with the optimism of we can win a championship in the season, which I think we can. So crazy enough, we ended up finishing 73-9, tying the Golden State Warriors for the best record ever in the NBA. So if this was an 82-0 challenge, I definitely would have done a good job, but it definitely was not. 73-9 is actually kind of wild, but again, it does not matter if you don't win a championship. So we don't want to do what the Warriors did and not win a ring. You know what I mean? So let's go ahead and look at the player stats. I mean, I think getting Julius Randle was huge. 21 points, 19, 18, 14. I mean, that is just 4 starters who can knock it down, and it would just be very, very tough to defend that. So I'm excited that this season worked out so well. Zubac and of course Patrick Williams. I hated that I had to bench him. I definitely would have loved to kept him in the starting lineup, and eventually he will become the starter again with this team. I think DeMar DeRozan, of course, is only going to age, and eventually it is time to get rid of him, so Patrick Williams could join the rotation back then. But hey, I think him taking this role to be kind of a backup person would be nice. And then of course we also had the Oklahoma guard, or no, Illinois, not Oklahoma, I apologize, ended up doing some thanks for us as well. 8 points, kind of took over the Kobe White, Alex Caruso role, whichever one you decide is better. But hey, we're gonna go ahead, simulate the play-in, and now we get to play Detroit. So Detroit, a team that wow, they got Chris Middleton back. This is actually a freaking crazy looking team, but hey, we have a good team as well. Let's see what happens. Somebody current round, and thankfully we sweep them. So that, oh my goodness, that was actually kind of scary. But again, we went 73-9. We just beat this Nets team last year, so I imagine we should be able to do it again. They did get Malcolm Brogdon, but thankfully we swept them out of the water. Let's go. And now we get to play the Charlotte Hornets. So Charlotte, who have LaMelo, Rozier, Caleb Houston, Washington, Kai Jones, James Bouknight, and Gordon Hayward. So winning game 1, we're up 1-0. So good start. 30-6 from Zach LaVine. Game 2, they even it up. Okay, we're up 2-1 though. We're up 3-1, and we beat them in 5. So just like that, and ironically enough, when we went 73-9, we get to play the Golden State Warriors. We have Steph, Amari Bailey, Kuminga, Clay, Covington. Oh, this team ain't beating us. There's no way. This team is not beating us. Get them out of here. Let's go, baby. 4-game series. We win. And we just like that, we become champions of the NBA with the Chicago Bulls. So I'm super excited about how the roster came about. Of course, this was relatively an easy rebuild because I was able to just plug in one starter, again, a really good starter in Julius Randle, into this team, and we ended up winning it all. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I definitely had a lot of fun with this one. This is definitely one of my favorite realistic rebuilds we've done of 2K22 so far. But for now, this is Crushables. I'm saying peace. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you click here to watch another video that I know you'll love.